Welcome everyone to the West Milton Council meeting for May 13th, 2025. If everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and stay standing for the invocation. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We can bow our heads, let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the opportunity for all of us to gather together tonight. It's been a beautiful day today. Continue to be with us tonight during this meeting and the decisions that we have to make as council members and guide us in all of those decisions. Continue to be with our service members that are in harm's way and overseas serving and defending our country. We are all so very blessed. Continue to bless us all in our daily lives. Thank you for everything you provide for us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Hurst.
Present.
Mr. Sodders.
Here.
Mr. Fogel.
Here.
Ms. Gregory. Here. Ms. Metz. Mr. Horn. Mr. Dorman.
Here. All right. First, we'll excuse any absent council members from the previous month's meetings. Mayor Hurst was absent from the April 8th regular council meeting. Are there any motions for excusing the absent member from the meeting?
Make a motion we excuse Mayor Hurst from the April 8th council meeting.
Second.
All right. Roll call.
Mayor Hurst.
Pass. Oh, wait.
Abstain.
Abstain, that's the word.
Mr. Sodders.
Yes.
Mr. Fogel.
Yes.
Ms. Gregory. Yes. And Mr. Dorman.
Yes.
Thank you. Manager Sheridan, are there any correspondence to council tonight?
No, Mayor, none was received.
All right. First on the agenda is the West Milton Celebrations presentation with Joey Beatley.
I think we need to look at the minutes first.
Oh, you know what? Thank you.
Okay.
Skip right
I'll
back.
make a motion to approve the April 8th, 2025 regular council meeting and April 22nd, 2025 council workshop meeting minutes.
Second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you. Now for the West Milton Celebrations presentation by Joey Beatley.
You want to? Sure.
Good evening. I'm Joy Beatley. I'm the president of the West Milton Events Committee. Are we doing the resolution?
You want to do the resolution first?
Yeah, we can do the resolution first. All right, so Resolution CM-25-38, a resolution to recognize Bob and Beth Bianco for their contribution to the West Milton community. Whereas Bob and Beth Bianco opened the Pearson House restaurant in the year 1971, during which time Richard Nixon was President of the United States. Whereas this is equal to 41 years in business, and whereas during this time, the Pearson House restaurant has been a fixture for our downtown while serving old-fashioned food to locals and visitors alike. Whereas some of the restaurant's food included meatloaf, ham loaf, and macaroni and cheese, and whereas the Pearson House sold over 773,000 pieces of pie, and whereas as of February 28th, 2025, Bob and Beth Bianco will begin to enjoy their retirement, including their 65th wedding anniversary, and time with their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that 1, Section 1, the council wishes to thank Bob and Beth Bianco for providing an excellent dining service for the citizens of West Milton, Union Township, and beyond. Section 2, the municipal manager is hereby authorized to obtain signatures for resolution, frame it, and present it to the Biancos. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage. Passed this day, 13th day of May, 2025. All right, are there any motions to accept resolution CM 25-38?
I make a motion we accept CM-25-38. as written and read.
I'll second.
All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman?
Yes.
Ms. Gregory?
Yes.
Mr. Fogel?
Yes.
Mr. Souders?
Yes.
Mayor Hurst?
Yes. All right. Thank you. Joy?
In honor of the Biancos, the West Milton Events Committee would like to appoint the Biancos as our Grand Marshal of the Parade this year. Would you like to accept that nomination?
Let me tell you.
You're talking to who?
They said they'd like you to be the grand marshals of the parade this year.
Yeah, the 4th of July.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. We'll get with you later about details.
Okay.
And we're not going to drop you off at the restaurant and make you do anything, promise. You'll go right on by it, people waving, yeah, everything.
Maybe you can give out some pie during the parade. You can hand out pieces of pie.
Ship sail.
Yeah. Mayor, I'd like to make one comment. I just wanted to thank the Biancos as well. In 1984, when Pearson House opened up, Cheryl Dietrich and Beth Bianco, I think, went into co-ownership, and I worked there. I washed dishes in 3 separate sinks in the back, and I worked there for 2.5 years while I also worked at the Stillwater Ridge Golf Course. But they gave me the opportunity to work my first restaurant job and washing dishes in the back. So it was a lot of fun. Myself, Kelly Dietrich, Chad Kosovar, who has since passed from our class, we all worked there together. We were great friends, and we got maybe in a little trouble here and there, but but we had a great time and learned a lot. So thank you very much.
Yeah, that class of '87 was kind of suspect, that's all I'll say. I had an older sister in that class. You always know your older siblings, or I was also a freshman, so all the seniors, when you play sports, you just you get to know them well. So Tony, the entire family.
87 rules tonight in the city council building because myself, Tom Beck with WMPA, and Tony Bianco were all class of '87. Very proud West Milton grads. So.
All right, next on the agenda will be comments from citizens regarding tonight's legislation. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the ordinances and resolutions, the first of which is CM-25-26, and it's a second reading. Manager Sheridan.
Indeed. An ordinance amending sections 98.08G and H of the West Milton Code of Ordinances to include the maintenance and repair of all sidewalks, walkways, stairs, driveways, parking lots, parking spaces, and similar areas located within the municipality of West Milton. And as this is a second reading, I'll read it by title only.
All right. Does council have any questions or comments about this ordinance? All right, seeing none, I'll open the floor for any motions for this ordinance.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance CM 25-26 as read and written.
Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman?
Yes.
Ms. Gregory?
Yes.
Mr. Fogel?
Yes.
Mr. Souders?
Yes.
Mayor Hurst?
Yes. Next is CM-25-27.
Also second reading, an ordinance adding section 150.293 demolition permit to the Code of Ordinances for the municipality of West Milton, Ohio.
All right, thank you. Does council have any questions or comments about this ordinance?
Since this is new and the new addition, I don't know, maybe Manager Sheridan, you can kind of give a brief
Sure.
Synopsis of this for the public, that'd be great.
Sure. We had some situations arise recently where some significant demolition was to take place, and because the village did not have any process in place for us to receive information to know that it would be done safely, it was decided to consider what other communities have done and institute a permit that's required for any significant demolition before it takes place, so that you know it's being done by a qualified contractor, proper insurance, and all the other necessary paperwork's completed before it takes place.
Very good.
All right, thank you. All right, any other questions or comments? All right, are there any motions for CM-25-27?
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance CM 25-27 as read and written.
Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman,
Yes.
Ms. Gregory,
Yes.
Mr. Fogel,
Yes.
Mr. Stoddard,
Yes.
Mayor Hurst.
Yes. Next is CM-25-32.
Also a second reading. An ordinance to amend Resolution CM 9419 as further amended by Ordinance CM 0621 and as further amended by Ordinance CM 1801 to reaffirm Section 150.255 of the codified ordinances of the municipality of West Milton titled Tax Exemptions for Improvements to amend the boundaries of the Community Reinvestment Area A.
All right, thanks. Any questions, comments by council? All right, are there any motions for CM-25-32?
No.
All right, no motions? All right. Move on to CM-25-33. It's also a second reading.
All right. An ordinance amending all prior ordinances and resolutions relating to the organizational structure with job classifications by title, staff levels, and assigned pay grades with ranges.
All right. Any questions or comments by council?
Just to clarify with this one, the reason why this was updated is because the assistant to the municipal manager position, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Any motions by council? All right. Seeing none, we will move on to CM-25-34. It's a resolution.
A resolution authorizing the municipality to repair sections of curb and assess taxes. Whereas West Water Street and Walnut Streets are on the 2025 paving list, and whereas the Director of Service sent out first and second letters to property owners asking that damaged and/or sunken curb be replaced prior to paving, and whereas one of the owners has replaced the marked curbs, and whereas the remaining property owners have requested to utilize the municipal quoted contractor for the repairs and have the cost assessed to their annual tax invoice, and whereas it is essential that these curb sections are replaced prior to resurfacing. Therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, per West Milton Code, Section 33.26, the Director of Service is hereby authorized and directed to approve repairs or replacement of curb sections located at 207, 211, and 213 West Water Street, along with 138 Stillwater Street and 12 Walnut Street, wherein all costs will be forwarded to the Director of Finance for assessment. Section 2, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage.
Great, thank you. Any questions or comments by council for Ben?
Just a question for Service Director Herron. So that's just 5 residences that this ultimately, with this resolution, that affects,
That
correct?
is correct.
Okay.
The standard, the amounts are between $160 and $400 estimated amounts. There was 1/6 one that would have been around $4,800, but they were selling the property and they chose to do it themselves because it was the worst one in the paving area. The curb was pretty much non-existent. Before they sold the home, they went ahead and had somebody come in and do it. So we're down to 5. I will be surprised if we see any assessments for these amounts, but we just wanted to make sure we were covered just in case.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
And when will the paving of those streets, when do you,
August,
August timeframe?
after this resolution, then we'll go ahead and set up the curb work to be taken care of and ADA ramps and all that.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions or comments? All right. Are there any motions for CM-25-34?
Motion we approve resolution CM-25-34.
I'll second.
All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman?
Yes.
Ms. Gregory?
Yes.
Mr. Vogel?
Yes.
Mr. Sodders?
Yes.
Mayor Hurst?
Yes. Next is Resolution CM-25-35.
A resolution declaring the intention to proceed under the alternative tax document format provided under Section 5705.281 of the Ohio Revised Code. Whereas Section 5705.281 of the Ohio Revised Code authorizes and empowers a county budget commission by an affirmative vote of a majority of its members, including an affirmative vote by the auditor of the county, to waive the requirement that a taxing authority of a subdivision or other taxing unit adopt a tax budget as is provided under Section 5705.281 of the Ohio Revised Code, and require such taxing authority to provide such information as may be required by the commission to perform its duties under Chapter 5705 of the Ohio Revised Code, including dividing the rates of each of the subdivisions or taxing units' tax levies as provided under Section 5705.04 of the Ohio Revised Code. And whereas pursuant to the terms and provisions of Section 5705.281 of the Ohio Revised Code, the Miami County Budget Commission, by an affirmative vote of a majority of its members, including an affirmative vote by the auditor of Miami County, Ohio, has authorized and permits the taxing authority of a subdivision or other taxing unit within Miami County, Ohio, to refrain from adopting a tax budget, and has designated the information which the said Budget Commission requires of each taxing authority of a subdivision or other taxing unit to permit the Budget Commission to perform its duties under Chapter 5705 of the Ohio Revised Code. And whereas it is the desire and intention of the council as the taxing authority of the municipality of West Milton to elect to refrain from adopting a tax budget for the fiscal year 2026, and in the alternative to submit to the Budget Commission the information and documents which it has indicated will be necessary in the absence of such adoption. And now therefore be it resolved by the council of the municipality of West Milton, Miami County, Ohio, that Section 1, the council of the municipality of West Milton hereby declares its intention to proceed under the alternative tax document format provided under Section 5705.281 of the Ohio Revised Code, and refrain from the preparation of a tax budget for the fiscal year 2026. And Section 2, the council of the municipality of West Milton hereby authorizes and directs its chief fiscal officer to prepare and submit to the Miami County Budget Commission such information and documents as are necessary to said process and submission, and to take such other actions as may be reasonably necessary incident thereto. And Section 3, the council of the municipality of West Milton hereby finds and determines that all deliberations and actions related to the foregoing were effected in open and public session and in full compliance with Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code and otherwise as is provided by law.
All right, thank you. Jill, would you like to kind of walk us through kind of what this is?
This is an annual thing. If you've been on council for a while, you know that we do this every year. So this is approving the method of how we're going to submit the tax budget. And then next month, we'll actually approve the budget itself. I use this kind of as our first draft for budget season, but it's something required by the county to do. And they'll get it, review it, approve it, and then in August, early September, they'll send us a certification for our millage, and all of council will approve it and sign it then, so.
All right, thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions? No, good. All right, are there any motions for CM-25-35?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution CM 25-35 as read and written.
Second.
All right, thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman?
Yes.
Ms. Gregory?
Yes.
Mr. Vogel?
Yes.
Mr. Sodders?
Yes.
Mayor Hurst?
Yes. All right, next is CM-25-36.
A resolution to purchase a replacement brine manufacturing unit for use by the Service Department. Whereas maintaining village streets during the winter months is of the utmost importance for emergency traffic and commuters, and whereas the ability to apply salt brine, being one of the first area communities to do so beginning in December of 2007, there has been a large savings for the village and for the environment by purchasing and utilizing much less bulk road treatment salt. And whereas this equipment purchase, replacing the original equipment, is included in the 2025 capital improvement budget. And whereas the Director of Service is requesting that the council waive the formal bidding process for this purchase by an affirmative vote of 5 council members pursuant to Section 33.18A9 of the West Milton Codified Ordinances, due to each brine manufacturer producing machines that are unique to the manufacturer, therefore creating inconsistencies in this type of equipment which make it difficult to hold a competitive sealed bid. However, 3 quotes have been obtained for the different variations of this type of equipment, and whereas the equipment selected for purchase was lower than the second highest quote of $75,000 and the third quote totaling $120,437. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, Council hereby waives the formal bidding process for this purchase by an affirmative vote of 5 council members pursuant to Section 33.18A9 of the West Milton Codified Ordinances. Section 2, the council authorizes the purchase of a BPS-1500 brine manufacturing system in the amount of $32,700 from Kalita Truck Equipment Incorporated of Kalita, Ohio. Section 3, the council hereby authorizes the Director of Service to execute all of the proper documents. Section 4, this resolution will take effect and be in force from after its passage.
Thank you. Ben, would you like to walk us through this?
Yeah, basically, I looked at doing a sealed bid, and there's lots of different ways to make brine, which is salt water, but there's a lot of variations to how to do it and produce like the salinity that you're supposed to have to put it on the street. So our crews, if you've seen our system now, it's very basic. I mean, we dump salt in. It used to have a float and things on it that would make it a lot easier for us that have all since broken. And mainly we wanted to replace it because the main steel that surrounds the plastic bin is actually about shot. So we tipped it over last year to clean it out and stuff. So it's not going to last much longer. So met with the guys. We looked at 3 different units. We don't need a unit where we can sit at home in a chair. and flip it on to make brine. We just need something to create the brine and pump it into a tank and then put it on our truck and spread it. So this machine does have some automations to it that our new machine had. But again, one of these machines actually mounts control panels inside your building, and it's going to be another $25,000 in wiring. We don't need that. All we need is something to make brine. So we were I think we had $35,000 for the budget. I did not include shipping because Kalida is about an hour and a half away. And if they're going to try to charge us extra for shipping, we'll just go pick it up. We've got the trucks to get it. So I think we did pretty good. And lastly, I know it's not even summer yet, but I wanted to get it before pricing. I've heard through our industry that the pricing's going up on everything, and they did say they would honor the bid that they gave us in November, which was awesome. And two, they only had 2 units, and so I wanted to make sure we got one of them.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.
And what's the life of this new brine manufacturing
So,
system?
17, 20 plus years easily, yeah.
We got that out of the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Oh, great.
Salt and metal just don't mix.
No.
I mean,
No, this one is, that was really the whole concept was fairly new then, and they hadn't learned about putting some stainless and aluminum in some of the parts that they were using steel. They've since learned all these lessons, so it probably will last longer than that, so.
Good.
any other questions? Are there any motions for CM-25-36?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution CM 2536 as read and written.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman?
Yes.
Ms. Gregory?
Yes.
Mr. Fogel?
Yes.
Mr. Souders?
Yes.
Mayor Hurst?
Yes. Next is CM-25-37.
A resolution to approve the purchase of an emergency backup generator for the water booster station on Haskett Road. Whereas it is necessary to have an emergency backup power at the water booster station located at 6,000 Haskett Road, and whereas the Director of Service applied for and received a grant award from the Ohio EPA to aid the municipality with this purchase, and whereas this project will be funded out of the 2025 operating budget Capital Projects Water Fund, and the village will be fully reimbursed, and whereas the Director of Service is requesting that council waive the formal bidding process for this purchase by an affirmative vote of 5 council members pursuant to Section 33.18A9 of the West Milton Codified Ordinances, based on there being no benefit to the municipality to undertake formal bidding, and it being in the best interest of the municipality to waive the formal bidding process due to the fact that this generator is being sold to the village at State of Ohio bid price, and that Buckeye Power Sales is our authorized Kohler distributor, and that a second comparable price has been acquired. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, Council hereby waives the formal bidding process for this purchase by an affirmative vote of 5 council members pursuant to Section 33.18A9 of the West Milton Codified Ordinances. Section 2, the council approves the purchase of a Kohler Model 50REOZK permanent generator and a Kohler Model KSS-AFTC-0200S automatic transfer switch from our authorized Kohler dealer, Buckeye Power Sales of Westchester, Ohio. The total cost for this purchase will be $44,975 plus freight costs anticipated to be approximately $2,250, all of which will be reimbursed through the OEPA grant. Section 3, the Director of Service is hereby authorized to execute all the proper documents required to complete said purchase, Section 4, this resolution shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage.
All right, thank you. Ben, could you walk us through this one also?
Sure. So this particular booster station at 6,000 Haskett, 2 years ago, it was starting to show its age, so we started refurbing the station. Instead of doing it all at one time, we've just been kind of working at it. So aside from the fact it looks really nice on the outside now, the existing exterior was pretty bad. On the inside, we've worked on like the PLCs, the computer controls. We have one pump left to replace that's actually sitting in the building. Then if you recall, we've been having a lot of power issues at that location. They ended up getting the third transformer in, which will take care of that. When people start using their air conditioning, it won't start dropping out like we were having problems with, so that's good. And then as of today, we met with the contractor to go through the generator one more time on where its locations and things would be. The grant of the $50,000 will cover the entire generator and then part of the installation costs. And then there was only one other cost that I actually didn't think about till today, and that's some security fencing. We're going to have to extend the security fencing back one full section on each side and rejoin it. That shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, but we'll need to get that buttoned back up. I did talk to the school and asked them if they were okay with us going back another 8 foot, and they were totally fine with that. Basically, I don't know what the lead time is without actually putting this order in, because generators are a little bit different in the ordering process, but should it pass, I would let you guys know as soon as I had a lead time on it.
All right.
We are going to put the pad in ourselves. We've got all that taken care of today on where that's going to go. So, and the company that's doing the install can actually come out ahead of time and do some pre-work so we can get it in and working faster, like as soon as it gets here.
All right, excellent.
So there's not currently a generator there?
No, and I'm not an electrician, but it's some kind of delta current that the only generator the last time it went out that would power it was in Chicago. So it's pretty important to get a generator at that location.
Yep.
So with the fence and the pad, what are you estimating that overall our cost will be to the village versus what's being covered with the grant that was $50K?
I think it's going to be about 10,000 over, roughly, depending on what the fence comes in at.
Okay.
Does that sound right, what I talked to you before? Yeah, probably with everything, maybe about 10,000 over.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. All right, are there any other questions? All right, are there any motions for CM 25-37?
I motion we approve resolution CM-25-37.
Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Dorman?
Yes.
Ms. Gregory?
Yes.
Mr. Fogel?
Yes.
Mr. Sottos?
Yes.
Mayor Hurst?
Yes. Next is the municipal manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to update you on a couple of projects. As you all know, we've been in the process of designing our first trail project along 571. That process with ODOT, it requires 3 different submittals of the project as it's developed, and we were at the 3rd stage of submittals, so almost complete, when we got a notice from the Conservancy District that they had an issue. Now, understand, they were notified on the first 2 submittals, but it was only after the 3rd submittal they wanted some changes. So I'm meeting with Choice 1 tomorrow to look at the additional cost and what it's going to take to accommodate their requirements. But it is a bit frustrating to only be notified after the 3rd submission. So that project will probably be delayed a little bit and cost a little more. The other project is the regionalization study we did on water and wastewater is essentially complete. The last step will be a public meeting that we'll hold probably sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then the reports will be ready to be submitted as we're trying to apply grant funding for the new wastewater treatment plant.
In a nutshell, what's their problem with the trail project?
They've determined that the median that will go in to provide safety for the pedestrians between the lane that's coming out on the bridge is going to need to be offset. That's additional fill, even above the bridge.
So,
So we have to find some place where we can offset that, reduce, take some ground away if they're going to consider the median fill.
this is on the east side of the river.
This is on the bridge.
On the bridge.
On the bridge.
Wow.
I just learned this today. I don't have all the answers. It doesn't,
I'm by no means an engineer, but it's interesting.
nor am I. Nor am
Yeah,
I.
so we'll leave the professional stuff to the professionals, I guess.
Just wanted to give you those updates.
All
Any
right.
questions?
No.
Do we have any recent updates with Stillwater Crossings South? Anything with, excuse me, anything with commercial property or any updates from the developers?
Nothing concrete.
Okay. They haven't been here for a while to give us an update. I think, our last conversation that we had with Mr. Brossert and Mr. Calvin, I think is his last name. Just wanted to see if we could get maybe a recent update. We could get a status update from them where they could come to either a workshop or a council meeting to
I
provide
will
us where
pass
they're
that
at.
along.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
Do we know anything about the streetlights at the south?
My understanding is the company that's going to do the boring for the wiring for the streetlights is actually in Stillwater, is beginning that process.
They're setting poles now.
Setting poles
Yeah.
down, there you go.
Oh, great. Good.
Tickle pink.
That's great news.
Cool. All right. Any other questions? All right. Seeing none, we'll move on to old business. Any old business? Any new business?
On May 31st, this is fun, at the park at 5 o'clock, we're doing our first ever family fun day. And we are going to have bounce houses and face painting and games. And then starting, I want to say like 8 or I think it's like 9, when it gets dark, we're going to play the Sandlot down in the park. So it's on Facebook, and we're going to have food trucks, and it's just going to be a really fun, free family event.
What time did you say that initially started?
It starts at 5.
5? All right.
Do you want the Megans to put that on the website and stuff as well? Yeah. I'm sure they may have already done it, I don't know, I haven't looked.
Oh, I do have one other question. Ben, do we have any updates with the sign, with the new sign?
I don't have any updates. As far as I know, it's ordered, so
Okay.
I'll touch base with them, see.
Okay. Just didn't know how long the lead time was with that and what we were looking at. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Any other new business? All right. Are there any comments by citizens? Seeing none, I will open the floor for a motion for adjournment, if there are any. Unless you guys like to stay.
No, I motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved.